Hello, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, let's talk about where money is best utilized. This is probably going to be my most important video ever. It applies to every type of investor, someone who's new, someone who is experienced, someone with a lot of money, maybe even people with a little bit of money. It's all the same. Before we dive in, I have something to ask from all of you. This video might take me about an hour or so to write, film, edit, and post, but I'm asking from you to please scroll down, takes 1 second, and hit that like button. There's a little thumbs up button right under the video. All you have to do is hit that thumbs up, and that's it. It makes me feel good about myself, and it makes you feel good for doing a small little good deed, and it tells YouTube that my videos are awesome. So if you think so, please let Google know. After you've hit that thumbs up button, I have one more favor. This one might be kind of weird, but I want you to try it. I want you to take your hand and make a fist, clench it really, really hard. Then slowly, it's important that you do it slow, but raise your thumb up at the screen and give me a nice big physical thumbs up too. That tells the universe that you like this video, and that matters more to me than it does Google's algorithm, but I'll take it. All right, now that we got all of that out of the way, let's talk about our favorite subject, money. So I'm that fun guy at parties that people come up to all the time and just talk about stocks and money. So I hear a lot of wild scenarios. Let me know if you resonate with one of these. Make sure to watch the video to the end because you'll get the full picture that way. All right, so I hear this one all the time. Hey, Buffett, I don't have a lot of money, so I don't want to get involved in the stock market. I know you need a lot of money to make money. Okay, that's the first one. The second one. Hey, Buffett, I got $100. What penny stock should I put that $100 in? All right, let's go to the third one. I got $10,000. Is now a good time to buy stocks with it? And last but not least, I've gotten this scenario too. Hey, Buffett, I have $1 million invested. What do you think of my portfolio? All right, let's start with my favorite one first. I don't have a lot of money, so I don't want to invest. First of all, I don't know where you heard of this. I don't know why you think this, and I don't know why so many people assume this, but you absolutely 1000% do not need a lot of money to get started in the stock market. If anything, the more money that you have when you first get started is potentially worse. One of my favorite analogies actually comes from the trading fraternity. If you guys haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you definitely should. But he says, if you're driving and your car is running out of gas, you pull up to the gas station, you check your wallet, and you only have $10. Well, that's not enough for a full tank of gas, right? Would you spend that $10, fill up as much as you can so you can get to a safer destination? Or would you continue driving on empty until your car breaks down? Well, any reasonable person would take that $10 and fill their tank as much as they can and keep going. Well, it's the exact same thing with stocks. How do you think people who have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in the stock market, how do you think they got that? Well, they worked, they got paid, they saved their money, and they invested whatever they could. And they saved whenever they could, put their money to work while they worked, and it all just grows together. So I don't want to hear, I don't have a lot of money, I can't afford to get started, because if you can manage to save $1, $10, $50, $1,000, then you have enough to get started with investing. Starting small is actually a blessing in disguise, in my opinion. You learn a lot. Now imagine if I wrote you a check right now for $1 million. Wow! Now you have $1 million in your hand. What are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put it? What have you learned? What have you experienced? Have you ever managed anything over $1,000? Have you ever seen $10,000 before? What are you going to do with $1 million? Starting small helps you understand how money moves, how markets work, how stocks operate. It helps you build that emotional fortitude you need to manage bigger chunks of money. You now understand and respect money. You create opportunity for yourself. You use time to grow your account, slowly but surely. Moral of the story? Just get started. Now, one of my other most frequently asked questions, I have $100, what should I buy? Should I buy a penny stock? I always ask, why penny stocks? What makes you want to buy a penny stock? And people always respond with one of two of answers. They either say, well, I want to buy a penny stock because I get more shares. And if it goes up, I'll make a lot. Another answer I hear is, it's all I can afford. No. There is a place and time for penny stocks. I don't want to sit here and bash people who trade penny stocks, but hey, there's a reason why that stock is worth pennies. Penny stocks are common shares of a publicly traded company that trade for less than $5 per share. They're oftentimes overhyped, overpromising, and then usually end up dead in the water. So don't be fooled by the huge number of shares that you can own, because at the end of the day, it's not about the number of shares, it's about the dollar amount invested. If a penny stock is trading at $1 and it goes up 5%, it doesn't matter how many shares you own. 5% is 5%. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, I know penny stocks aren't the best, but what else can I do? Well, let me tell you this. Invest that $100 anywhere else. Not only are there a ton of great companies right now that are trading below $100 a share, but now, thanks to the availability of fractional shares, you can actually buy any stock with any amount of money. If you like Amazon, but you don't have the $3,000 for a full share, that's fine. You can buy a fractional share with $1, $5, $10, $100, etc. You can even build up your position over time and dollar cost average your way into a full share if you really wanted to. Alternatively, if you don't have access to brokerages like Robinhood or other platforms that allow fractional shares, and you really do just prefer to buy the whole share, then I'd actually rather save my money and wait until I have enough money to buy something that I want. Which goes back to my overall strategy you've heard me talk about 100 times in my other videos, dollar cost averaging every single month, getting paid through your different income streams, allocating 10% or more for your investments, and dollar cost averaging your way into a sizable position over time. Which actually leads me to the next most common question that I hear. Hey Buffett, I have 5, 10, 15, 20 grand. I'd love to invest. What should I do? Well, exactly what I just mentioned. Spread it out over time. It is never a good time to put all of your money into the stock market, and it's never a bad time to start buying stocks in the stock market. I hear this all the time. Is now a good time to buy? Is now a good time to sell? Should I wait until it crashes? Well, why does it always have to crash? It's never a good time, and it's never a bad time. Just start if you haven't already. But go slow. Spread it out over time. Use time to your advantage. If you have $10,000 to invest, split that up. Do $1,000 a month. That'll guarantee you get the best price over a long period of time. You can pick 5 to 10 of your favorite companies that you want to invest in, companies that you know, love, understand, and use. And if you spread out your purchases, you're bound to buy that stock and then see it go down, or in other words, go on sale. You'll be able to just swoop up some more shares in dollar cost average. Sometimes you'll be up on all of your positions. Well, sometimes that's great. Maybe just don't buy or average up. You have options now. Or find other companies that you know, love, understand, and use. Maybe look into the crypto market. Do you have any rental real estate? There are a lot of options, but something I always urge is use time to your advantage. Patience. Spread it out and you'll be fine. And last but not least, I've heard this one before. Buffett, I have $1 million invested right now. Can you take a look at it and let me know if it's good? Well, that one was a fun one. I saw that they had bought some pretty crazy stocks at pretty crazy low prices. They had so many shares of household name companies and they just held it. They just bought it and held it, and they'll continue to hold it forever. My response was, yeah, this thing is doing great. Just make sure you have dividend reinvestment turned on and you're chilling. The moral of the story is get started, dollar cost average, and just hold on. You'll learn along the way, you'll grow along the way, and you'll have a huge account eventually. And with that, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I respond to pretty much everything. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button. Make sure you gave me that physical thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.